everyone, Nikki here at the Truck Boss Show. We're joined by our new friend Todd McCann, a driver and author and creator of Trucker Dump podcast and blog, as well as a couple of ebooks. Thank you for joining us today, Todd.
Yep, glad to be here.
Awesome. So, Todd, I know that you have been doing your podcast for a while. For
Mhm.
anybody who's interested in starting their own podcast, how would you even start by explaining to start your own podcast?
Don't. No, seriously. I think a lot of people think they can do one, and it's a lot of work. It really is. Most people say for every hour of content you put out, you're going to do 4 hours of work to get that. And I've actually experienced that to be much higher. Maybe I'm just slow. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, if you really want to share, and if you're really interested in podcasting, just know that, like I said, it's a lot of work, and there's something in the industry called pod fading. And once you start, most people maybe put up 5 or 6 episodes and then they just vanish off the face of the earth. Go into iTunes sometime, search for podcasts, especially trucking ones, and look at them. The last one, it'd be 5 or 6 episodes, and the last one was done in, 2012 or something like that. But it's not that hard. It's hard to do a good one. I've had people tell me, oh, well, Todd, if you want to put out more content, just drive down the road and talk into your microphone. Okay, yeah. First of all, that's probably not real safe if I'm concentrating on my podcast material instead of the road, right? You know, yeah. But, even if you can do that, I can't do that. My mind doesn't work that way. I have to focus on what I'm doing. I have to have notes or a script or something. I can't, but so many podcasts I've listened to, trucking podcasts in particular, they just ramble and ramble and ramble and don't get to the point. And so please, if you're going to start a podcast, focus, have a topic in mind, and talk about that topic. Please, please don't interrupt the middle of your podcast to tell you about the jerk who just cut you off in traffic. Nobody wants to hear that. But there are, if you are interested in podcasting and you want to get started, it's a lot easier to do than you think it is. To get started, not to continue doing it, but to get started. You just need a basic microphone, and you don't have to spend $300 on a microphone. The one I'm using, well, not right now. I got earbuds in right now, but the one I normally use is about $80. And you need some way to record the podcast. There's some free applications for that. GarageBand is free on the Mac, and if you're interested, if you're on PC, there's an application called Audacity. It's kind of complicated, but you can figure it out. Just press the shiny red button and start talking. That's pretty much the key to it. But like I said, it's hard to put out a good quality podcast that sounds good, and that's very important because the worse microphone you have, or the worst format you have, like there's Blog Talk Radio. You've heard of that. There's some really good podcasts on it, but they sound like garbage. They're horrible. You can't listen to them going down the road. But there are good ones also. Like, for instance, there's an application called Anchor, and it's really easy. You just talk into your phone, and most phones have good microphones nowadays, so it's a pretty good signal. And like the application will even post it to iTunes for you and stuff like that. So if you want to get into podcasting, you can, but just know that it's likely you're going to fail. Sorry, I hate to leave it like that, but wow, that's kind of the way it is.
Well, thanks for being honest and raw, Todd.
Yeah.
Where can they find your podcast and check out your ebooks in case they want to, kind of scope you out first before they do get that started if they wanted to?
Yeah, my podcast, I've been doing that since 2012, by the way. So, I've stuck with it. My podcast is called Trucker Dump, and you can find that in iTunes. You can find that on Spotify, Stitcher Radio, on my website also, about truckdriving.com. So just check that out, and my ebooks are available there too.
Well, thank you for that advice, Todd, and good luck to anybody out there who is wanting to start their own podcast. See you on the next
Yeah.
Truck Boss Show.
Good luck.